Welcome to another episode of the Godless Anti-Theist. Many people ask me, what do I see as the main problem for critical thinkers, that is, atheists, anti-theists, humanists, etc. And I say, we have the same problem that gays used to have. And that is people who are critical thinkers, atheists, anti-theists, humanists, etc., who are in the closet, denying themselves. I know many atheists in my community who go to church. They're going along to get along. I say, why don't you come out as an atheist? I'm afraid I won't get a promotion at my job. My boss is Christian. I know a couple of businessmen who are afraid to come out of the closet and announce that they're atheists. One of them's even an anti-theist. But he's afraid that people will stop shopping at his store. So that's the biggest problem that we critical thinkers have today, and have always had. Gays didn't get the same rights as the rest of us until they started demanding that they be treated equally. And they're still having trouble with the marriage right. We have the right to be married, us heterosexuals. And gays have the right to be married too. Atheists have a right to be married. Everyone of the age of consent has the right to be married. Now, superstitious Christians claim that they have the right to be bigoted because their superstitious religion requires it. We, in the secular society, must therefore say, if your superstitious religion is bigoted, then we want no part of it. We're not going to help you be a bigot. We're not going to join in your bigotry. Bigotry has no place in our society. And if you're going to demand that the rest of us hate a gay for being gay, or an atheist for being an atheist, then you can't be a part of our society. Our society should be about inclusion, not exclusion. We should all work together because we are all United States citizens. Now, it's been said by these wacko preachers that if you let a gay marry a gay, then the next thing on the agenda is a man marrying a goat. Apparently this preacher thinks we're all fools. I don't know if this preacher believes what he's saying to his congregation and to the rest of us. But if he does believe it, then he believes we're as foolish as he is. And if he doesn't believe it, well, we're not fool enough to fall for your scam, preacher. You marry on consent. A man marries a woman who consents to be married. You can't force a woman to marry you. And a goat or a dog or a cat or a monkey can't give consent. So you can't marry them. Just like in our society, we have decided that a woman who is not 18 yet can't give consent. So she can't have sex legally, and she can't get married legally. It's all about the age of consent. We have decided as a society, that a woman under the age of 18 cannot give consent. It's all about consent. A goat cannot give consent. So there's no way that if two gays are allowed to get married, that we're going to allow a man or a woman to marry a goat. Because it's about consent. And a goat can't give consent. I keep repeating this because, that foolish preacher that spewing his bullshit, and I hope he knows it's bullshit. It's, mind-boggling to think that he actually believes that shit. But we don't allow a man to have sex with a woman under 18. We don't allow a man to marry a woman under the age of 18. Why? It's the age of consent. So if we don't allow a man to marry an underage woman, why would we allow a man to marry a goat that can't give consent? We have decided that a woman under the age of 18 can't give consent, so we don't allow a man to marry a woman under the age of consent. So why, as a society, would we suddenly throw that away and allow a man to marry a goat? We're operating on common sense. We're operating on rational, logical, reasonable thinking. It's Christians who are superstitious, who do things for no reason, who do things without rational thought, who rely on blind faith. And the atheist and the anti-theist and the humanist and etc. hide away, cower and conform and comply in their closet. And as a result, we have these crazy, idiotic, superstitious people running our government and our world. If you'd only come out of the closet, you're never going to show our true numbers until we come out of the closet and our census has been taken. We'll have no voice as long as you stay in the closet. And you're working right into the hands of the superstitious dominionists. Because they want to rule over you. And they know if they can keep 99% of us in the closet, they can rule over me, who's out of the closet. And they do. They do. Believe me, they dominate. And they dominate. And I don't blame them. They're never going to change. They do things on the word of the Christian authority. They do it on blind faith. Back in the day when they had absolute power, they killed me and mine. You said they found out you was an atheist, they tied you to a stake and burnt you. Put you on a rack and tortured you. Shot you. Beat you to death. We've taken some of that power away. Diluted it by sharing that power with the whole community. So I know it can get rough, but it's not going to get better until you come out of the closet. I'm struggling here, and I know that when I'm ridiculed in public, when I'm given a snarl or that look, that if you wouldn't stand there and let them do it to me and say, leave my fellow critical thinker alone, or you're going to have to deal with us. Again, it's my opinion from my talking to people in private that most of those going to church are actually free thinkers hiding away. And that is why the Christians can make the bullshit claim that the United States of America, our elected representative government, was based on their bullshit. They make that claim in public and in private and in their churches. And they get away with it because you are in the closet. Come out of the closet. Join us. And once our true numbers are known, we will be able to proudly walk down the street. And that boss you fear that might fire you won't have the power to fire you. That customer won't have a choice to deny you because most places will be owned by atheists. They're already owned by atheists. It's just they're in the closet. Huh? Come out of the closet. We need you. We need you so we can move forward and make common sense the law of the land. Be careful out there, because there's too many atheists in the closet, and all the superstitious, crazy people are running the world, especially in the superstitious United States of America.